Hello and welcome back to Crosshatch Puzzles and Happy New Year. It is now 2026 and I'm back after a brief hiatus for the holidays. We are here on Monday, January 5th, 2026 to do our first Monday puzzle of the year. This is a construction by Lynn Lempel, a regular contributor to the New York Times Daily Crosswords. And this is my first solve of the year, so I am looking forward to getting back into it. Let's get right into it for Monday, January 5th, puzzle by Lynn Lempel. Value. Could be the verb or the noun. Not sure. Volcanic coating that buried Pompeii. Ash, I think. Overhead light, question mark. Might be something like a halo over top of an angel. Listlessness. Ennui, maybe? Situation that precedes overtime. Situation, a tie, I guess, must precede overtime. Fruit peeling gadget. Gadget. Not sure what they're after here. Meeting spot for a company's overseers. Is this just boardroom? Does this work? Adjustable skirt feature, a hem, sure. Crazy horses, people to sue, that'll work. Lacking a key in music is atonal. That's a good music clue. Actor Reeves, who plays John Wick, is Keanu Reeves. Let's check these downs as well. Spider's creation, a web. Peace promoter Yoko is Yoko Ono. Sells messenger material, DNA or RNA. Probably RNA, because this will be worth. Istanbul native, a Turk. And to conceal is to hide. Great. Label as G or R, say. Ooh. Rate, maybe? A 1976 film with Robert De Niro as an alienated cabbie is Taxi Driver. Guess rate. I'm not sure what G or R are, though. Composer Stravinsky, Igor. I'll have to look at that later. Some gloppy gunk might be a goo. Spicy marinated with chili peppers, probably adobo. Port-au-Prince's country is Haiti. Get there, to arrive. Looked lasciviously. Leered, maybe. Op-eds, newspaper pieces. Commands is orders. Oops. A parer, right? An apple parer or whatever. Ventilated is aired out. Clothing is attire. Police officer who is in a assigned area. A patroller, maybe. Aristocrat is a noble. Actor McGregor, Ewan McGregor with a Golden Globe for Fargo. Burr, who dueled with Hamilton. This doesn't look right. Patrolman, maybe. Aaron Burr. On bended knee, you can make a proposal. From work, maybe enjoy a vacation day. It looks like something from work. Organization for Patriot Games is, that's funny, the NFL, National Football League. Like some history or hygiene, oral history, oral hygiene. City surrounding Vatican City is Rome. And losing general at Appomattox was General Lee. Mark Twain for Samuel Langhorne Clemens was his pen name. Rocks, Carmen or Clapton, Eric Carmen and Eric Clapton. To read, maybe to peruse. Write blanks, write-ins, unlikely election winners. Understand is to see, maybe. 'Tis better to have loved and lost. Steak, similar to a porterhouse, is a T-bone steak. Fanny Bryce, a central figure in Broadway's Funny Girl. I'm not 100% sure of that. Stylish, no, maybe not. Margin, edge. Oh, stylish could be chic. Gridiron success, or when read as two words, the conclusion to the sequence formed. Well, let's see. Passé, old. Home with a dome, an igloo. Misfortune is a woe. Relinquished is seated, and agree silently is to nod. I'll look at the theme later. Lawyer or a lawyer's advice, counsel. You could call a lawyer a counsel or their advice counsel. Exam for a doctor to be is the MCAT. Wrestler turned actor with a trademark do. I don't know. Parks, honored in the Capitol's statuary hall, is Rosa Parks. Mr. T, right, the wrestler. Walrus's long tooth is a tusk. Advantageous quality is an asset. Passengers getting an illicit free ride. Oh, there's a name for this. I don't Don't remember. Have to have is to need. Take off from work, maybe. Off key in a way. Still not sure about that. Pertaining to development in the womb. Fetal, maybe. Reside is to dwell. Maybe this is stowaways. One at a time. Off key could be flat. Okay, it could be flat or sharp. Bug killer, that goes smack. A fly swatter. Overly refined. Not sure. Yikes to a Brit. Oh, what is this? To wane is to ebb. Overly refined, still don't know. Yikes is blimey, maybe, to a Brit. Reporter's attribution atop an article is their byline. Relating to a son or daughter is filial. Earthly deposits by a river are silts. This is Effet, I think. Poet Dickinson's Emily Dickinson backpackers' shelters are tents, and lumps of coal for snowmen are their eyes. Okay, managed to get it in under 5.5. Not too bad for this Monday. Let's take a look at the theme. So, a gridiron success is a touchdown, or when read as two words, touch and down. The conclusion to the sequence formed by the starts of board, taxi, takeoff, fly, and then touch down. So those are maybe legs of or parts of a flight sequence for, apart from a passenger point of view, I guess, or maybe from a plane point of view. You could board your passengers, you could taxi, you could take off, you could fly, and then you can touch down. So that's a pretty fun Monday theme, a little bit of aviation there. Was there anything worth looking at? Overhead light is a pretty common, a little bit of wordplay for halo. This got me for a little second. Situation that precedes overtime. A tie, I guess, is a situation, but not a situation in the same way as I would have thought. I didn't get Mr. T until I got some crosses, which is I'm annoyed about that. What else here? Relating to a son or daughter, filial does mean both, but comes from the root word for son. So that's one of these baked-in sexisms in the language. Fanny Bryce, I thought that name was a name from the lost verses of Jingle Bells. I don't actually know Funny Girl, but somehow that name came to me. What else here? Yeah, this one. Label as G or R. Rate. I'm missing something here. I don't know what this is referring to. G or R. This is about rating. This is not about rating bonds. Those are like A's and B's. I'm not sure what this is. If I can figure it out, I'll put it in the video description. Otherwise, let me know in the comments what this might be. Patriot Games is just funny because that is a phrase in itself, but they mean games for the New England Patriots, a team in the NFL here. What else? I think everything else here is quite straightforward. There's actually very little wordplay in here and only some light trivia. Other than the one thing that I don't know, I think this is pretty straightforward. So that is the puzzle for today, Monday, January 5th, 2026. Hope you liked this. If you did, do give it a thumbs up. And if you want to know when I'm posting next, do hit the subscribe button so you know, get all those notifications. I will also try and do yesterday's puzzle, which I haven't done yet, for Sunday, January 4th. I'll try and post that later today. But that's it for now. Thanks for joining me here on Crossword Puzzles, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.